Hello, property nomads. Hope you are well. We need to talk about gold. We need to talk about why it is very important and why you should be looking to protect your wealth by potentially looking at adding gold to your portfolio. Usual disclaimer, I'm not an independent financial advisor, IFA. So what I'm going to say are just my thoughts and opinions. Please do not constitute this as advice. These are my thoughts and opinions, and I'm basing these on books that I've read, things that I've read online, and looking at history in general. Being a student of history, it's important to understand why gold is important. There's a lot going on at the moment in the world. We have had pandemics, we have had potentially we've got more war coming up on a global scale. We've got potential de-dollarization. We've got economies left, right, and centre that are not healthy at all. There's been changes in mentality. The list can go on. The point is, the last few years have been very odd, to say the least. And the world seems to be getting crazier. Markets seem to be getting crazier. Everything seems to be going un poquito loco, a little crazy. Gold is very important in general. It's almost like the perfect element. What people have done with gold over time is it's a store of wealth. Okay, now this isn't going to preach to you about gold or the historical elements of it or anything like that. If you look at the history of gold and gold standards, and there's multiple books that are very useful. Just one on the shelf, if I can find it. I'm sure it's here somewhere. It might not be. Gold, gold, gold. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I should have actually prepared this beforehand, thinking about it. Dum, dum, dum. Ah, here we are. I did get there in the end. It's right behind me. I would recommend this book, which is Gold, the Final Standard by Nathan K. Lewis. Really goes into everything you need to know about gold. In a nutshell, when the markets are unhealthy, when there's too much currency printing, when there's too much international geopolitical risk and war, all that sort of stuff, gold normally does quite well. Gold normally goes up in price, and it normally goes up in value as well. You're thinking, Rob, why would you say it goes up in price and value? Well, the reason I say that is I'm from the UK. This Western philosophy on gold is slightly different to an Eastern philosophy on gold. A lot of people in the West are going to normally, when they look at gold and commodities, they're looking at price. They're not looking at the value. Whereas a lot of people in the East, i.e. Chinese, Indians, etc., they're looking at the value of gold. They're two completely different things. What does gold do? Well, the key thing that gold has is there's no counterparty risk. As long as you've got the physical bullion in your hand, or wearable wealth with jewelry as well, as long as you've got that, then you're going to have no counterparty risk. It's yours, you own it, you physically got it in your hand, etc., etc. And that's very important to have. So if, for argument's sake, there are bank runs or there collapses or they're bail-ins like there have been in Cyprus before, all of this can happen because it's happened before, and given everything that's going on recently, chances are it can happen again. And if that happens and all your currency is left in the banking system or it's in your bank account, and what if the bank closes your account? What if the bank denies access to withdrawals, for example? And again, you might be sat there thinking, Rob, that's not going to happen. Do you remember Northern Rock 2007, 2008? I remember looking at the news, looking at the photos of that, wishing, thankfully, that I didn't have to be in those queues to get my cash out. Cash isn't always safe in the banks, and that's a conception we need to sort out, we need to change. Point being that if there is bank runs, or if there are bank runs, and you haven't got access to your currency, and you need to go and buy some stuff, or you need access to something that's very liquid, you're going to want some physical gold, some physical silver as well, to an extent. There's no counterparty risk, and gold and silver are true money. Fiat currencies and whatnot are all, well, currencies. Because the big difference between a currency and money is money has to have a store of value. Fiat currencies are not stores of value. That's why the US dollar, British pound have gone down over 90% since 1910 to 1920, basically over 100 years. The purchasing power of fiat currencies, pound, US dollar, insert others here, it's gone down by over 90%. Whereas gold, silver, again, mainly gold has held purchasing power. So therefore, that makes it true money, because it's a store of wealth, or a store of value, sorry, thinking about it. So gold is important. Now, a lot of people out there will give you their own spin on gold. People might say, well, I've got everything in gold and silver. Some people say 10% of your total net worth should be in gold. I'm not here to tell you what you need to do. I'm here to just say to you that with all these geopolitical risks going on, the fact that things can get worse, if central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, get enforced, what's that going to do? The elite at Davos and the World Economic Forum are probably absolutely loving everything that's going on at the moment. And if you don't want to be a slave to the system, if you don't want to be on the hamster wheel or anything like that moving forward, I urge you, share this video with as many people as you can. Watching this on YouTube, I think it's the funky little bell button. Will alert you to new videos that come out. Give us a like as well. Please subscribe to the channel. Share this with as many people as you can, because the video content that we're going to be putting more and more onto YouTube, it's an important message. We need to get this message out there that we've got to stand up and take our own responsibility for our financial positions in order to protect ourselves, our friends, our families, our loved ones. And that is by doing things that not a lot of people are doing. They're almost a contrarian approach, so to speak. It is fundamentally important. I'd urge again, Gold, the Final Standard by Nathan K. Lewis is just one of many, many books that you can go out and read or listen to about gold. Gold is important. I would strongly recommend reading everything and then making a decision that works for you. Ultimately, what you need with gold is to have the physical gold in your hand, or if you don't want to have it in your hand, as long as you've got it allocated somewhere, feel free to put it in storage. We'll do a video, another video about gold storage options and what to look for, what not to look for. And the most important thing is like the channel, subscribe, share this with as many people as possible. So we're going to be producing even more content moving forward about gold, currency, geopolitics, what's going on, being put some property in there as well, because it's Property Nomads channel. So we're going to be doing a hell of a lot moving forwards. But gold, very important. I'm not going to say, oh, it's going to go to the moon and fly away, because anything can happen. But that's certainly a very useful commodity to look at accruing. Watch out for the next video, and thank you very much.